All right, guys, welcome back. We're going to take a quick look here at Intolerance, man. There's a couple of licks and riffs in Intolerance that are a little tricky because of the flick-offs and the timing, right? One of the first ones being basically the opening riff. Turn it down. So the tricky part of that riff is that right there. It's kind of a fast move. And what we're doing here is we're going from the A flat to the G, pulling off to the open D, and then flicking, kind of like in The Grudge. Kind of like that. But it's basically the end of this lick. Now it's happening in the timing of the... Okay? I would suggest you practice that part first, what I did when I first learned this riff is I would sit here and just drill this little exercise, just like this. Okay, because that just that builds a muscle memory that by the time you start playing the song on a regular basis, it's going to happen automatically. You're just going to... Right, because then we're going to play it in chords, right? Right there, I was showing you that because I wanted to show you the notes. But the chords are the same positions, except you're just hitting and the fifth, so the two top strings. A real power chord is all three strings. It includes the higher octave. But we're not going to worry about that here when we're playing this, because really when I turn it up and it sounds like this, it sounds perfectly fine, right? So that's the riff. That's a C. Okay, so the whole riff, if you just want to go ahead and learn that, I'm going to turn it back down so it's not so crazy. Oops, I flicked off on the wrong one. I'm telling you, man, when I slow down to teach these songs, I start getting tripped up because that's not my muscle memory. My muscle memory is at a faster speed, and that's what ends up happening. So it's... Then one riff, it does the little palm muted with the strokes, and then we repeat that again, right? This isn't a lesson on the song. This is a lesson on these two licks and these two riffs. The other one I want to talk about is the most identifiable one from this song, which is the... Right? So I'm going to bring another view into here that's looking more at my picking hand. Because what I'm going to focus on here is what I'm trying to do here is this is called basically out to out. What that means is that I'm going from the outside of this string in relationship to the top string, on the outside of this string to the outside of this string. So I'm going, okay? Now what I'm doing here is a C and a G. Now I'm going to tell you why I do it that way. It's because at the end, there's a double hit on the G before it goes. Okay, so I'm going to do it slow. Now you could also go into in. Because what's happening is that one double hit is an alternate pick. See? Then we just hit that D right there. What I do, by the way, when I play this song is I thumb the top strings because I don't want the low. I just want the high dynamic stab. So those are the two little tips I wanted to give you. Was the practice that. That's like, you can't miss that part of this lick because that's what builds the timing around this whole thing. And remember, there's a double hit before you do the... Now, here's a freebie, a little freebie. In the end of the song, it does that exact same riff, but it does it up here past the 12th fret at naturally the higher octave. C, D, and then when we do we're doing it here, the next octave. So it sounds like this. Well, I'll move it up here. Okay, that's just a little trick, right? Again, Adam Jones does that a lot, man. When he's doing a riff down here at the first octave, let's call it, he typically moves that exact same lick up here past the 12th fret and just picks it up on the next octave. So that's just another little tip. That's it, man. That was just it. I just wanted to show you these two licks in Intolerance and show you those little tricks for playing that, man. So if you learned something, give me a like, give me a follow, leave me a comment. Most importantly, remember to practice today and to be good to each other. Thanks for watching, man.